Representative Haley, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you start by describing your first year as a member of the House of Representatives?
Oh, it was a phenomenal year. Being a freshman, of course, it's all very new and exciting. It's a lot of hard work, but I think we had just a phenomenal session and really precedent setting in the amount of things that got accomplished. We passed, a tax bill, we did education reform, we got transportation funded, we passed bonding projects. So I was glad to be part of such a historic session. And for me personally, I met a lot of constituents. My office was a pretty busy place all session and got to connect with a lot of folks, which helps me be a better representative. I felt good about legislation that I got to carry personally, some significant things in education funding and scholarship money for higher ed, also quite a number of bonding projects for my district. So all in all, it was a very good year.
And what has the transition been like from your everyday life to a legislator?
People ask me that all the time. They say, what most surprised you? And I don't know if you, like me, you come from outside of politics, if there's anything that can really prepare you for this role or this job. It's different than anything else I've ever done. The pace of it, the scheduling, you really don't have any control of your schedule. I come from a business background and a nonprofit consulting where you have busy days, but you're in somewhat of control. Up here, you don't know if it's going to be 8 o'clock at night or 3 in the morning. So that's an adjustment, and it definitely was an adjustment for my family. But I had great support from my husband and my kids, and so we worked around it.
Red Wing, Cannon Falls, and Wabasha are the 3 largest communities in your district, but you also represent a number of smaller cities and townships. What have you heard from constituents in the interim about what they would like to see accomplished in 2018?
The things that I think are top of mind to most of my folks, whether they are farmers or live in one of my smaller communities and business owners, teachers, parents, healthcare. Healthcare really is the #1 priority. We know as a state and as a nation, we're struggling with this problem of health insurance mainly, how to reduce costs and improve access and make sure that vulnerable folks have the care that they need. Southeastern Minnesota, I believe, is kind of the epicenter of the storm, and we did some things last session to help with the costs, but we still got a long way to go. I often tell people it's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube. Minnesota had one of the nation's leading health insurance, healthcare systems, and it's been tough to adapt to the new requirements and regulation, and I think we need some more innovation and just a lot more work ahead. So I definitely would place that as the #1 issue.
I saw on your member page that you hosted a youth skills training roundtable in November. I thought it was interesting. You said that you are passionate about connecting youth and education and industry. Can you tell us what this program entails and why you think that connection is important?
I am very passionate about doing that. I think we need to do a better job of connecting not only our high school students, but down to 7th and 8th graders with hands-on opportunities to learn, with the opportunity to try out different areas that they might be interested in for career choices, and to give them some real life experience, on-the-job training, internships, apprenticeships. So the Youth Skills Training Program is something that actually Representative Rarick was the chief author of, and I was a co-author and sponsor. It will provide the mechanism for 16 and 17-year-olds to work on site in a manufacturing setting, while they're also getting some educational components. So they'll have a school portion and then a work portion and get high school credit and even post-secondary credit for both of those pieces. So for example, they could take a drafting course or blueprint reading or OSHA 10 and have that in the education setting, and then do hands-on welding or operate a CNC machine in a manufacturing environment. There will be 5 state pilot grants given this next session, and I hope that my community or my communities are able to win one of those pilot grants.
Your committee assignments include the House Education Policy and Higher Education Committees. Do you think that Minnesota is headed in the right direction educationally?
We have a great education system. We've been known for that for many, many years, and when you look at our workforce, we are known to have one of the best trained and most skilled workforces. But that being said, we also have, as you know, one of the worst achievement gaps in the country. So we do have areas to focus on, and we need to make sure that every child has educational opportunity. I'm a firm believer that kids learn differently, and we have to respond to that with personalized learning plans and make sure that parents have some choice in where their kids get educated. We can't afford as a state to have anybody sitting on the sidelines lacking the skills or the educational credentials to be successful in the workforce.